Hey, badass business owners, I have a question for you, and I want you to just let something pop into your head, okay? Here's the question. What is it that you do? What is it that you do? If I walk up to you and I ask you, what is it that you do? Something just popped in your head. Now, I want you to remember what just popped in your head, and here is why. Did you say, I'm a carpet cleaner? I have a carpet cleaning business. I pick up dog poop. I am a plumber. What came to mind? Or was it something like, I own a countertop install business, or I have a dog grooming business? Now, there's some slight differences there that I want to go over, and it's really going to depend upon what it is that you said. Because the first one is you're identifying by what it is that you do. So, for example, if you said, I clean carpets, okay, that means you identify as you are a carpet cleaner. As opposed to the second answer is, I own a carpet cleaning business, you identify as a business owner first who happens to clean carpets. Boom. Okay. This is huge, people. I really want to make sure that you have a mind shift change depending upon how you just answered that question. You see, one of the problems that a lot of small business owners have is that they never quite fully embrace the identity of a business owner. And because they never fully identify as a business owner, they fail to do the steps that a business owner should do. Yes, they're going through the motions because they're creating business and they're doing what they need to do to create business, but where they're struggling is doing the not so sexy parts of the job. Because they identify by what it is that they do, they don't want to dive into their numbers as much as they could. They don't want to learn how to be a better business owner. They don't want to see things through the lens of a CEO. Instead, they tend to look at things through what comes naturally to them, which is being what it is that you do. And it's very important that you take a pause and ask yourself, how did I answer this question? How do I answer it normally when I'm not thinking about it? How do I answer that question? Because there is a huge difference between being a dog groomer and having a dog grooming business. Think about your business right now and ask yourself and fill it in. I am a what? I am a dog groomer. I am a plumber. I am a landscaper. I am a what? And then ask yourself, why are you not answering as, I own a dog grooming business. I own a landscaping business. I have a plumbing business. If you're not using the fact that you own a business, it's that ownership, it's that sense of ownership. Now, you might be saying it in a little different manner, and that's okay. But really, what's the intent behind it? And sometimes it's a subliminal message, because you might all of a sudden coil up, put the little fur up on your back going, wait a minute, Tammy, that's not true. I totally identify as a business owner. Well, when you're asked really quickly, how is it being portrayed to other people? Okay, it's one thing how you say it inside. It's what's coming out. How are you presenting it to people? There's a lot of different things that tie into this, but I'm telling you, it is making a difference in how you view your business. Look, you may have become a business owner by accident. You may have become a business owner because you hated your boss and you thought you could do it better. But where you are today is going to be how you are identifying yourself in the moment, because how you're identifying yourself, at what point did you flip over from a job and owning a job versus being a business owner? Because believe it or not, a lot of people start off as just owning their job. They're just trying to make enough money to replace the income. There's a saying, being an entrepreneur or being a small business owner is where you quit a 40-hour job to own an 80-hour business to make the same amount of money. And that's what we want to try to prevent. I don't want you working 80 hours and barely making the same amount of money you made as a 40-hour employee. All right. I want you to stop being the employee of your business. Now, that doesn't mean you're not going to be an employee in your business. So let me explain this, okay? Because what happens is a lot of people go out there, they build this business, and they replace their income. So let's just say you were making $5,000 a month when you were an employee, and now you're making $5,000 as a business owner. That's the same thing. You just traded one for the other. You're just doing things a little different. Now you're wearing more hats. You're taking on more stress of where the next dollar is going to come from. And guess what? They're longer hours because you're taking it home. Where before, when you were taking home, it was just because you were mad, not because you took the actual work home with you. Now, here's the problem. If you're owning a business, we got to go, how do we get you from that $5,000? How do we get you up to $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000? Because ultimately, by you owning your own business, we want you to get paid not only for the doing piece that you're doing, but we want you to get paid as a business owner. And this is one of the reasons why I fight so hard for you to separate the two when you're going through your business, because there's doer wages. When you're doing, you are that carpet cleaner, you are that landscaper, you are that plumber, you are that dog groomer. That's money that you make for being the doer in that business. But how do we get your business to be profitable, to make money, so now you can get paid as a business owner? All right. It's a total mindset. You've got to make sure that everything that you do is by saying, okay, as the business owner, what is my employee, AKA me, what am I going to make as an employee? And then what do I need to do to create the profits so I can get paid as the business owner? And even if it's out of the same account and it's two different checks, heck, you can even put the check together. I don't really care, but I want the mindset to be, you have two different ways that you're getting paid in your business. There's you being paid as just the worker bee in your business, and there's you getting paid as the business owner. But it all goes back to what I started this entire episode with, which is, how do you see yourself in this business? Do you see yourself as somebody who does what it is that you do? Or do you see yourself as the owner of a business? Okay. And you need to really start there. Now, you've already got your head all scrambled and it's going, well, maybe I do it this way. Well, maybe I do it this way. Just pay attention as you start talking to other people and as you start introducing yourself. And then, by the way, if you get to the third level, which has to do with marketing, when someone asks you what it is that you do, you then say, I help busy people who have crazy lives. I help them keep their house clean because I own a house cleaning business. You see how that changes? Because now you're solving the problem while you're talking about what business that you own, as opposed to just saying, I do house cleaning. It's all about how it is that you present yourself in the world. It's all about how you present your business out in the world. But more importantly, it's also about how you present it to your own brain, okay? Because it doesn't matter really at the end of the day what it is that you tell everybody else. It's what you believe at your core. And when you believe at your core that you are a business owner, you're going to take different steps on how you run that business, because you're going to make sure that that business is profitable for your employee, you, and it's profitable for the business owner, which is also you. And it all comes down to how you identify when it comes to this entire business. Now, I'm not going to make this one a super long one because I really want you to think hard about how you identify yourself when it comes to your business. And this could be a game changer for you if you really totally embrace in the fact that you celebrate the fact that you own this business and you do everything possible to make this business better and not just create a livable wage. Because if you're just trying to create a livable wage that matches whatever it is that you could have made somewhere else, then you've created yourself a job. Okay. A business owner is creating something that has impact, that not only changes their family's life and not only creates all kinds of money for them, but it makes a difference out in the community. And it's something that is passable, that you can sell at the end of the day. You can pass it on to your kids, to somebody else. A business is something completely different. You wear a lot more hats, and that thing that it is that you do is only a piece of what it is that you do. When I worked for Home Depot, the founder, Bernie Marcus, I was in a meeting with him and he said, you know what? You are in the people business. Yes, you happen to sell hammers and nails, but at the end of the day, you have to understand you are a business owner. And even though we didn't own the business, the one thing that Home Depot was fantastic at is we owned our departments. We owned whatever it is that we ran. Whether we ran the store, we ran a couple of departments, or we were as just a department supervisor. We ran that department, and we were taught from very early on to run it like our own little business. And I am so grateful for that experience, because it really did change my mindset on what it is that I run, that even if it's somebody else's, I run it. It's mine. I have that ownership, and I'm responsible for the numbers. I'm responsible for the customer service. I'm responsible for everything to do with that little business. And I want you to do the same thing, because guess what? When I went off and started my own businesses and I started having my own stores and doing whatever, I always looked at it the exact same way. I just happened to sell ice cream, but I ran an ice cream business. I was in the business of making people happy, and I was in the business of making money. And that's what I want you guys to do. I'm in real estate now. I'm more than just a realtor. I treat it like a business. Matter of fact, if you look at the most successful realtors, they all look at it like a business. People ask me all the time, what's the difference between really successful realtors and those that aren't successful? Guess what? It all comes down to one thing. They look at it from a business. They happen to be in the business of real estate. They happen to have a realtor's license, but they're running a business and they treat it. They think about all the different aspects it takes to be successful running a real estate business. And I want you doing the same thing, whatever it is that you do. And I've heard some great, wonderful businesses that you guys have based off of the feedback when people reach out to me. Start thinking about your business and how do you identify. All right, I'm done. I know I'm rattling. It's time for me to say goodbye. But please pay attention to how you identify when you're talking about your business, because you will make completely different decisions and you will be completely immersed in the running of the business and developing the business if you start identifying as a business owner who happens to do what it is that you do. All right, with that, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I will talk to you on the next episode. Bye for now. Hey, badass business owner, before you go, as you know, I'm a huge believer in you knowing your business numbers. After all, it isn't about how much you sell, it's about what you keep. And the best way to grow your profits is to start diving in and understanding those business numbers. To help you on this journey, I have created the Know Your Business Numbers course. We will walk through how to read your profit and loss statement. You'll learn the key calculations that'll help ensure that you're making a healthy profit on all of your products or services, plus a ton of other good stuff that'll help you learn how to use those business numbers to create even more sales and profits. Just check out the link below in the show notes or visit knowyourbusinessnumberscourse.com. So if you're ready to increase those profits, it's time you start diving into your business numbers.